What's up guys, buzzkilla Gaming here. I want to have a look at the new controller that my girlfriend bought me just last weekend. Thank you to her for that so much. It is a expensive controller. I want to give you guys a quick pro and con of what's going on with this controller, what I feel about it personally, and what you guys, if you guys have any idea on it and any kind of information, feel free to leave it in the comments too, and don't forget to hit the like button guys if you do enjoy this video. Now I'm just going to do a quick unboxing. I have been using this controller, so I've put everything back just sort of just to give you guys a quick idea of what happens when you get it out of the box. It is really nicely packaged for starters. It is a beautiful item, controller. It's designed for esports too, as you can see there. A lot of you guys probably know of this controller already, as well as the Nikon controller. That is a very well-known controller as well, which has got the staggered analog sticks. These ones here are linear, like the PS4 controller. But it does have the Xbox shape. Now we'll quickly pull it open here. I have it facing your guys' way. So, as you can see here, it comes with a hard case. Now, the Nikon does not come with a hard case. This does come with a hard case, so it is a lot more sturdy, and it will protect your controller. And I'll give you a few reasons why this probably does have it, and why the Nikon doesn't in a couple of minutes. Now we'll pull it out here. It's well packaged. Everything is just well packaged in it. You can see the zipper. It's a well set up packaging system that I'm surprised at. But I mean, you are paying a lot of money for this, so you would expect something like this anyway. You can see in there you got your little manual at the bottom, and in this box here, when I did open it new, it had the 10-foot cable. Now we'll pull this out. It comes with that holds that goes with the case, and we have our manual. The manual's great. It is really well laid out, as you can see here. I'll quickly just pull this out quickly because it does come with Razer stickers, which is pretty awesome. So you can stick that on your console or whatever you want to stick it on, your car or whatever. But it comes with those as well. And the manual is very straightforward, explaining the basics on how to map your controller to what layout you want, what layout you prefer. Comes out with all sorts of different options, which is just great. It's very simple, so that the best thing also to come up with the point of it now with the Nikon compared to the Raiju is that they have made it a whole lot more simpler. So in game you can change and remap your buttons in game. It only takes a couple of seconds. So that's one of the main things. As you can see here, what is it saying here? So there's hair trigger mode also in this controller, which is awesome. I like that a lot for Call of Duty because I myself, as you guys know, I play a lot of Call of Duty. Hair trigger mode is very profitable on the fire trigger, the bumper that I use. And is there anything else that I want to show you guys? No, it's got everything else here in different languages on the other side at the end of the book, end of the booklet. And yeah, well explained. well laid out, which is great. So now that we've got the manual out of the way, I'll just put that there so you guys can get a decent idea of what's going on. Still see what's going on. There we go. Now it did come in this box with the cable, but I will pull that back and I'll show you guys quickly what I've put it all in here, just so you guys can see what it does, how it holds. Now I'll just unzip that quickly, and there is the Razer Raiju. It is a beautiful controller. It is well made, well designed, and it is you can feel the quality in the product, you can feel the value in the product. And that's the reason that I'm going to come to now with the hard case. The hard case is there for a reason, and it's not just there because it's an expensive buy, which is part of the reason. It's mainly there because this controller is a fragile controller. Now, it's not something that you use like a PS4 controller where you just, if you're done playing the game and mum calls you for dinner and you just chuck it on the carpet, you chuck it around. You don't do that with this thing here. This thing is a well thought out controller that is quite fragile if you throw it around. But like anything, if you mess around with it and you don't respect it, it will break. Other than that, if you just respect it and consider the value of it, it's going to go all the way with you. It does come with this. I think it comes with a 6-point hex. Yeah, 6-point hex screwdriver. That does come with it as well, and that goes in here too, which is great for a carry case if you do end up taking it around to your friends or something like that. So it comes with the screwdriver. So what happens with that screwdriver is that these little paddles here are removable. So if you do not like them, you can remove them. You unscrew them. You unscrew this here, unlock it, and then you can flap it down. And this little thing that says M3 here, you just flap it down. So you've got your little bumpers here, and you can remove them if you do dislike them. The overall feel of the controller is great. As you can see, it's got quite a sturdy grip. You can feel that Xbox feel. There's a lot of Xbox feel in this this controller. But there are a few cons about it as well, which I'll get to in a minute. Now here it comes with this 10-foot cable. Now a lot of people want wireless as preferably, and I can understand that. But again, it's an esports controller. It's not something designed for luxury. Is in more. If you look at it in the perspective of pro gaming, people are sitting right in front of their screens. They're not sitting, like, I mean, this is a 10-foot cable. I mean, they're not going to be sitting 10 feet away from their monitors. So it is bearing in mind no latency with the compared to the wireless feedback, and you've got the cable. So it's like the Nacon 2. You've also got a cable, but it's got a different input into the controller, which you screw on. Now it comes with these very handy little caps that go on the end there, which stops lint from going in there if you are traveling, or if you want to just consistently look after the controller and its accessories. You just make sure you keep the caps on there. Just keeps dust and all sorts of crap out of there, and that nicely goes into this little net pouch here. The case is really well made, very versatile, and we'll come now straight to the controller. Now I'm trying to get a bit close for you guys here. The controller's a great controller. If I gave it out of a 10, I'd give it a 8 out of 10 for me personally, which is actually a really good rating, positive rating. Here's the factors of what you're getting when you do purchase this item, is that it has mechanical buttons. So it's like when you click on a mouse, it's got that on all the buttons on there too, as you can hear it. I think you guys can hear that. It's got it under here too, and there. These are different. These are like R1 and L1 on not really, a little bit more clickable. You can customize every button on this controller except for the home button, and that's a really beneficial thing. for competitive gaming, or if you just want to improve your gameplay style. It comes with these thumb grips. Now, I thought these were just actually a part of the control, the analog sticks themselves. And when I pulled it out, I was like, oh dang, you can actually take these off. So I have taken these off, and I have put a Control Freak on. Now, note that a PS4 Control Freak does not fit at all on this analog stick of the Razer Raiju. It does not at all. I've customized my PS4 Control Freak, so I've taken away I've taken away each hook in the 3-claw system that holds onto the analog stick of the PS4 controller and grabs down and holds it in place. I've cut it away so that there's no hooks. So you can get it on there, but it will leave possibly... I managed to actually stay away from putting any noticeable marks on it, really, when I took away that thing. There is one mark on here when I was trying to force it on at the start, and I was pushing it down. I was like, nah, this ain't working. Shouldn't be pushing this hard to try and get it on. But that's the frustrating thing. PS3 Control Freaks are slightly bigger, so you can customize them if you want, and you don't have to cut away as much on a PS3 one, I'm guessing. I don't know for a fact whether they work completely well. I've heard that they do work, but don't take it from me. I haven't tried it yet. So the thumb grips, they aren't really great thumb grips. They're not that grippy. I mean, it's like you got to wash your hands each time you use the thing. It just feels like it's not grippy unless your hands are like, if you just come back from a day out and you just go to use it, it doesn't feel too grippy. That's my perspective on it. And then you've got your 4 little buttons here. You've got the mapping button. You've got your option switch. And then you've got your mute button. So instead of flicking up the mic, instead of mechanically turning off your headset so that nobody can hear you, you just click that and a little light comes on, a little cross down the middle, and then it tells you that you're on mute, which is great. And then you've got 5 levels of volume, which is also a great option there. You can click that, so you've got 1, and then it goes really quiet, 2, then it starts jumping up, 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then you've got max volume. So you can quickly switch volumes around just in case you're trying to talk to someone in the room or something like that. The only problem that I've heard that people complain about is that it's only got 2 options. So if I map this up a certain way, and then I want to map it up another way, say for Tekken or something like that, I have only got 2 options. With the Nikon, on the other hand, I think it was 4 options, or maybe even more, that you can customize it to. But here's the difference between the Nikon and the Razer Raiju. The Nikon, you have to put it on an application on your computer or laptop in order to customize your controller. This thing here, you just hold down the remapping button, you hold down the button you want, and then you switch it to whatever you want. Say, so I want slide as this. I click on the remapping button, click on the slide button, click on the button I want to map it to, and then click the button that was originally designated for that option. So it is very easy to remap, very easy to customize, and it's just so simple. That's what I love about it. It's high tech, but they've kept it as simple as anything, and that's what people want. And they want to get it switched up quick and easy. You don't have to go on a computer, open the application, and then go through all these little sensitive things. The only downfall to this thing is that it doesn't have a light bar, or it doesn't have, the only thing that's on it is that, and the little light that's for the mute. But other than that, you don't notice that when you're in gameplay. I mean, it would be cool if it did have a light bar. That would be, but then again, that's luxury, not performance. Also, the cable is very good. I was sort of concerned a bit when I first looked at it. I was like, oh, it's got the USB input. And as you guys know on PS4 controllers, if you've got a USB input, it tends to sort of be a bit fidgety because the slant where the light bar is and where the input is on the PS4 is a bit angled. So you can actually see the little metal part where it meets. You can sort of see it there, and it tends to sort of just want to become wobbly and finicky. This thing here, this whole plastic part here goes into this, so it's fully braced. So I can just put that in there, the whole thing goes in, and that thing ain't going anywhere. So that's a great thing that they've done there. Very promising. You've also got 2 extra buttons here. Now the problem with these buttons is that you do tend to sort of touch this or this if you do try to use those buttons. So if I've got this for shoot, and then I've got that for melee or frag, to throw a frag grenade or something like that, I'll be shooting like that, and then I want to quickly throw something, and then I'll be shooting while I'm trying to throw it. So it's a little bit odd. I think it depends on how you adjust to it. But remember, it's something you got to adjust to. I'm still adjusting to it. I've used it for about 5 hours, probably gameplay, and I'm still trying to get used to it. It's weird. I put the control freak on it. I'm still trying to get used to it because with the PS4 controller, it's more rounded and thinner at the center, so your thumb can sort of get a bit higher. But on this one, your hand's a bit more filled up by the actual shape of the controller. So I think you need to get those medium, the control freaks that just go up a little bit, and then you'll be sweet. It does have metal underneath on the analog shafts. It does have metal there, so it won't wear out on you. It's got your auxiliary cable there for your headphone jack, and it's got trigger stoppers, which is great. I've got them set now, so it gives you about that much movement once the trigger stops in. If I do just quickly go like that, it goes all the way down. It's got quite a nice smooth stopper there as well once you've got it fully disengaged. So I always keep it engaged because usually I just do that because it's less time. And I've set this to hair trigger mode, so what you do is you just hold down that, press the remap button, and then just tap X quickly, and then you feel it vibrate, and it's made it hair trigger enabled. And yeah, it's got blue grip here, a little bit of grip here, which is great. And yeah, that's basically it. Also the D-pad is a little bit odd. I think the Nikon D-pad probably looks a lot better, being more easier to engage. This one's concaved, and it's quite small, the D-pad buttons. But once you get used to it, like I said before, once you get used to it, you're fine. The touchpad's nice, very nice. You've got your options and your share button, which is also great. But other than that, this controller is a great controller. Also, just keep in mind, these things here are quite sensitive. So what you have to do is make sure you put it in the case after you've used it. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you have to be careful like each time you press it, because that's not the case on this thing. If you are careful with it and you do not treat it like a normal PS4 controller, because it is not, then you'll be fine. You'll be perfectly fine. It's more value, so treat it with more value and you'll be fine. The thing will go hard. But I can go like this all day and the thing's fine. I'll give you another review on what everything's like after probably a couple of weeks, so then you guys can get an idea after use, because I do play COD quite a bit, and I'll give you guys a bit of a rundown on how things have been going after a long run, a decent run. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and give me any comments in the comment section below, what you think, if you guys have one, if you want one. I can answer any of your questions that I haven't answered to you on this review here, and I can reply to you there. It is a great controller, 8 out of 10 for me. I felt the Nikon for me when I was, my girlfriend was helping me choose it. I was like, nah, I feel the quality in the Razer. I mean, Razer's really well known for their stuff, so I went straight for the Razer. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. God bless. Goodbye. So guys, what do you guys think about this controller? Leave a comment down below. If you guys have one, you can talk about it, we can chat about it on the comments. Tell us what your guys' thoughts are on this controller and what you guys think are good. What are the good things and bad things about it. Here's the hard case. I thought I'd just chuck in this clip to show you guys the hard case of this thing. It comes with a screwdriver, comes with a little pouch there, a little slot there where you can put in the components and your cords and what have you. Nice hard case with the Razer logo on it. I think you can see it there. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, it's a really nice setup, really nice layout. Don't forget to click the like button, guys, and take care as usual. Peace and God bless, guys.